Welcome to the Kelly Carr 9065 hour.
You guys are trying so hard to get more views by being so negative. Nah. Here's just a satellite image of your home address, Kelly.
Here's your IP address. Here's your family. Here's
a picture of your son, Ted.
Yep.
Funny Banana Gamer 87 said, Ahsoka is giving me a midlife crisis on what I'm doing with my life. Which, yeah. Yep.
Roll Presto 1043 says, say like one more time, please.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the video.
Like the video. 100 likes on a video. And
Rise of Skywalker
review. Cool Cat 5911 said, Disney shows in the comments coping hard. Ahsoka is slow as hut race. Characters acting straight up flatliner. Nothing happens. And you know, he basically agreed with us. And then David Pitts 5851 responded, you sound like a Trump derangement syndrome leftist. Just stop. You're just deranged about this. You sound the exact same. LOL. Pathetic.
The Tire Dax SF50031, which is a novel. He says, it's more than fan service. You know damn well they were not about to make this show without any flashbacks of Anakin or Clone Wars, and it's not a distraction from the mission Ahsoka needed to finish her training and let go of the guild of Darth Vader, period. It's about Ahsoka coming to terms that be trained from Anakin wasn't all bad because he turned to Vader, period. Ahsoka wanted to stop fighting because she fears she'll turn into Anakin, and now Ahsoka understands that she needs to go back, find Sabine, and stop Thrawn. They gave her the arc she needed. The reason she lost the fight to Balin was because of her fear. Thank you for joining us at the Kelly Clark hour.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
I hope you enjoy this episode as well.
What happened? I don't...
Episode 6 was good.
Oh.
We left off on the Anakin episode, right?
Yes. So it just goes to planet, and then they go on planet, and then... Gotta be careful. This makes a lot of noise. We basically focus on Sabine and gang, go to planet, land on planet. Thrawn shows up.
Far away.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Your choice.
Very well. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Where's the shame? Where's the shame? Like, where is it? And yup. And
we meet the Night Sisters.
Night Sisters, which I guess originate from this planet and somehow made it to the other galaxy.
So that red planet in Clone Wars isn't their home planet?
I guess not.
That is Peridia, the ancient homeworld of my ancestors, the Dathomiri. My people were among the first to harness and ride the creatures in the days before time was counted.
I don't know. planet that I guess they colonized looks a lot more like their home world. It's all like red and cool and stuff. And this is just like the Adirondacks.
Where are those Adirondacks? Actually, they said Thrawn awakened them. So were they just like asleep in Adirondack chairs, just waiting for someone to show up and wake them up?
Did they say that he awakened them?
Yeah, they were asleep.
Look, Thrawn found this place. He woke up the witches, rebuilt his starship.
So are they like the original Night Sisters?
Sure. Thrawn appears. Good guy. Cool guy.
Cool guy.
Shout out to Lars Mikkelsen.
Lars Mikkelsen did not get the extra workout cash from Disney.
No.
He rolled up on set. And I'm not one to judge. It's just those side shots of him are a little startling sometimes. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, the Rebels, the Thrawn I've seen in Rebels is just like a buff alien dude. As someone who hasn't seen Rebels, he's not really that threatening.
He's more interesting when he's just a part of the Empire and he's just like really smart with a lot of resources. But right now it's kind of like it doesn't do good to set up why he's so threatening, because it's just like he's got like these 3 Night Sister mother people that he's just gonna take with him, and he's just like a good tactician, which they also don't really get to explore.
No.
At all. He just kind of says, send some guys after them to just buy us time.
Dispatch 2 TIE fighters if they find their mark. Tell them to engage.
His whole plan is just to leave, which I guess fair, but like
it's just to leave, and I know it's like yeah, you probably just send like guys to just slow him down.
Yeah.
I get there's not much to really do there, but it's kind of like.
But it's just like he's like what they're setting up. He's the heir to the Empire, and like
yes,
like to me who I've just seen the movies, it's like this guy, this is no Darth Vader. This is no Emperor Palpatine. It's like he looks cool, but it's not like like even Kylo Ren have more of a like a screen presence than him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
either. It's just kind of.
Yeah, that episode was good though. Sabine fought some Red Troopers people, I remember that, and then she found the little turtle guys.
Do you know Ezra?
Toy! Let's go! Just in time for the holiday season. And then she found Ezra.
Who looks like Moses from the Ten Commandments. And
It's gotta be purposeful at this point, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, Dave and John found Christ. We talked about this in Mandalorian season 3. And I still don't really understand at the very end of that episode. Ezra is like, he's like the amount of time waiting there hasn't affected him at all. They never really explain.
I'm listening.
They never really explained that. Like, remember we talked about that, how he was just like, hey Sabine, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, I mean,
it's good to see you.
I don't know. It is Ezra. He's like that.
That's true. I haven't seen the show.
He is like that, so I can't really complain. It's just it just feels jarring because you expect, okay, Thrawn's on here, he's got a thing going on, he's trying to leave, he's got these crates filled with God knows what in them.
This is Enoch, captain of my guard. He shall begin the cargo transfer as per my agreement with the Great Mothers.
I have seen the catacombs.
Yeah, still don't know.
It's got this guy in a mask that's just there to sell toys this holiday season. Same with the turtles in your local Target and Walmart. Please find them in the toy aisle. And then you expect like them to be like at each other's throats. Someone pointed out that like his weird little chainmail vest under his Christ robes is like stormtrooper dog tags.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Whatever. They're supposed to like.
Which would mean he like fought off some of Thrawn's army at some point.
I mean, he had to get off the thing.
That's true.
You know, we thought they'd try to actually set up something else this whole time, and I think probably everyone thought they're setting up something else because they just show. Okay, they're just there. The gang shows up, and it's just like, okay, Thrawn's leaving, and Ezra's just sitting somewhere.
Yeah, we know that. Even though I liked episode 6, we know that from like halfway through that episode.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we have 2.5 episodes left. There's got to be some subversion.
Yeah,
in the plot.
It's not that you need a subversion, but the actual, it's just a reveal because we don't know what's happening there. But the reveal is just that I'm coming back to rule, and Ezra's just sitting there, and his explanation is like, there's too many of them, I couldn't do it, so I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
It wasn't safe to come here alone.
But there's also this thing on this planet that Balin's going for that does something.
Which he...
But something that Thrawn doesn't know about, which doesn't make any sense.
And
because...
somehow Balin knew was there?
Yes.
Like beforehand? Even though he didn't know where they were going, as soon as he got there, he was like...
I think it's just like the way that the planet itself is like a legend and a story.
Oh, yeah.
I know no such stories.
You weren't raised at the temple. Stories of this galaxy are considered folk tales. Some ancient past, long forgotten.
The Mortis gods are depicted on the planet, which has to do with something.
And Balin wants to end, like, he kind of gets meta about Star Wars, which I liked.
You realize it's all inevitable. Fall of the Jedi, rise of the Empire. It repeats again and again and again. What I seek is the beginning. So I may finally bring this cycle to an end.
And that beginning is here.
If the old stories are true.
And so I was like, okay, cool. And that was episode 6, part of the reason I liked it. And we still don't know what that meant.
And unfortunately, Ray Stevenson is dead, R.I.P.
Yeah, so...
they'll recast, but it's like...
I mean, yeah, they have to.
His character's way more interesting than anybody else in
yeah.
this show. He's the only interesting thing in this show.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is super lame and super boring.
As we always do, besides Andor, because Andor's on its own, Balin is like the most interested I've been in like a Star Wars thing since like Mando season 1, where I'm like, I want to see more of you when he's on screen. I'm glued.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a shame that we only got like 3 shots of him in the last episode.
Yeah.
I was very excited for more Balin.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's one of those. I didn't finish that idea earlier, but it's like Thrawn's been on this planet for how many years, and he hasn't bothered to just like send like a couple ships like around the whole planet.
Yeah.
And just like find this light and be like, ooh, what's this? And just goes down there to see what it is. That's something he would do, but I guess he didn't because he's too busy like staring longingly at these Dathomir witches doing magic, because that's all he does these days.
Yeah, because
he just goes, "Great mothers, I need you to do a thing
once again."
Great mothers, I need you to do some magic and
Bring back Darth Maul. Yeah, because also if he was such a great tactician, I feel like he'd also just scour the planet because he thought he was going to be there forever before he had this idea with the Night Sisters. Like, just scour the planet for just whatever resources you can find. Just find anything, see what's on the planet. But he just didn't.
He would have found that by then, and if he should have, you know, I feel like it's something he would know, like the legend or whatever about the place that Balin knows. You know, I guess the excuse is it's like a Jedi thing, and
But
only the
isn't he-
Jedi hear about it.
Did I get misinformed? But isn't Thrawn kind of like a weirdo, like, collector of, like, Jedi stuff?
Anything, just
Anything.
art.
Yeah, so I feel like,
He's a big historian.
yeah. So it would fit into his character for him to know about that.
Yeah, like, your only excuse is that, like, he doesn't care, or, like, thinks it's worthless information, or it's, like, such a niche Jedi story that there's no way he would have heard it. You can quickly explain it away and say that, but it's just like, it's boring, because you look at the whole show, there's literally nothing to talk about in any of the episodes.
Well, yeah, no, I was going to say, I think episode 6 has that really awkward long pause with Thrawn, again, where...
Yeah. We laughed really hard at that, because he's just...
She gives, like, some, like, piece of advice to him, and he just...
Yeah, that's great.
Grand Admiral, the mercenaries have departed.
Good. Prepare to attack squads. Wait for Lord Balin's signal.
Should we not send more troops to support them?
But yeah, no, there's really, like, we did the thing that we always do, where it's like episode 6, but like episode 7 is
The worst episode in the whole season.
yeah, it's literally
Filler.
by definition filler. Nothing happens. Everything is the same as the episode started at the end.
It's just Ezra and Sabine are just trugging along on the pods.
And later in episode 8 they just go on the wolves.
Yeah.
So it's like, why didn't they just do that?
Well, they weren't going anywhere. They were just moving.
Come on. We never stay in one place for very long. Let's help them pack up.
Those two weren't going anywhere. They were just going with the little guys to just relocate their houses.
But
And then Shin shows up with the gang, and then they shoot the guys, and then Ahsoka and Hu Yang are in the asteroids waiting to get to the planet's surface, and they get to the planet's surface.
That was
and then
oh my god.
And then Ahsoka fights Balin, and nothing happens. I don't know why she fights Balin. Balin wasn't even involved in the fight.
No, she just like, because she just drops down
She
to
landed
help her
near
friends,
him, yeah.
and she's like, oh shit, it's this dude again.
But it's
And
not.
then-
No, because, well, I guess so, but it's like, he's not. Whatever. Their fight is so pointless, and then she goes.
It's not even like
Ezra
a
said,
good fight either.
Ezra makes some excuses to like help Sabine's ego. Then they fight. Then the fight ends, and then that's the episode. And
He doesn't need the lightsaber, even though later he builds a lightsaber.
I think it's literally just to be like, you got it. You got it, dude.
Great shot, kid.
And then 8, they go to the
7 is also called Dreams and Madness
Another
for some
mo-
reason,
another-
just like episode 7 of Mando. The Spies. Why was it called The Spies?
2 filler episodes that just have nonsensical titles for no reason.
This is a land of dreams and madness.
For no reason.
Talk about nonsensical titles. Go to episode 8, the finale.
What's that one called?
Narnia reference.
Oh yeah.
What was it? The Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord.
Yes. I guess, build a lightsaber, go to the thing, they go up the thing, they fight some zombies.
Oh, yeah,
Star Wars
zombies.
Theory thought it was Darth Maul for some reason.
It's time, hey? What are they gonna do? Bring back... Dude, they're gonna bring back Maul or something, man. I'm telling you. There's no way that they're not going to. I see it happening. It's gotta be Maul. There's no way. It's not. Like, bro, what are they doing? Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's gonna be Maul or something. What? That's what the dark magic is? Really?
He really thought it was Darth Maul.
Someone help that man. They go up the thing. They try to get on the thing. Sabine gets the Force. Now Ezra's on the ship. But now Sabine and Ahsoka are trapped on the planet.
Yeah.
But
that whole Force push thing was awful, by the way.
Yeah, it was whatever. Listen, I don't want to, the choreography wasn't good. I'm sorry.
No.
It was boring. Ezra's in the main galaxy again. And Shin's going to be a bandit warlord.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I don't know why we care about that.
I think she's just going to try and kill Ahsoka and Sabine because she's just annoying. She's just a villain of the week for next season.
Oh my god, there's going to be a season 2 before the movie.
She's just going to be a villain of the week. Balin is doing the only interesting thing because it's a mystery. We didn't see it all
in this episode.
And that's it. That's the show. And then Hayden Christensen shows up one more time to smile at Ahsoka. Good seeing you, dude, but the show was boring.
The last shot of Ahsoka's show. Finally gets her own show. The last shot is a half CGI live action Anakin Force Ghost.
Okay, what were the character arcs?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Shin has no patience. She did actually have a complete arc. She just got impatient. Balin, no arc. He's just a cool guy with a thing he has to do. After we watched that episode, looking at all of, like, the tweets and things of people being like, Anakin's the father, Ahsoka's the daughter, who's the son? And it's like, dude, there's literally no point.
The only thing I can think of is that his way of, like,
justifying Palpatine?
I mean, maybe, but I was just gonna say his way of, like, bringing the Chosen One prophecy from the first 6 movies,
making it worth it.
Past, because now it's not the Chosen One, it's like the Gods of Mortis, so it's like Ahsoka's one of them, and Balin's, so it's like it feels more important because part of this, like, everything past the original trilogy is like, oh, the whole prophecy is over, so like what's even the point? All this stuff is an after show.
I mean, there's a good complaint to be made where it's like the Chosen One prophecy meant nothing.
Oh yeah.
So maybe if you make him the father, he technically fulfills his destiny, even though he already did that in the Mortis arc.
Who, Anakin? Yeah.
He fulfilled... You can make an argument that he technically already fulfilled it.
Is it that clip that I saw where he's literally holding the light in the dark from Clone Wars? He's holding them together?
That's the first episode. That's not... It's at the end of the arc.
Okay.
Technically, you could say he finished it, his prophecy there, but the father says in that episode, "You've brought balance to this world, and for the galaxy, yada yada yada, and you will do it again in the future. Just beware your heart."
You are the Chosen One. You have brought balance to this world. Stay on this path, and you will do it again for the galaxy. But beware your heart.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to...
But that would mean if he's like, and you will do it again, then even if he's the father, that means he's already done what he has to do.
Yeah, but, so I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So...
He brought balance again, but that's when he was Darth Vader, but then it didn't matter because it falls out of balance again.
So Balin, like, actually wants to bring balance to the Force. Or, I mean, he just wants to stop it, whatever that means.
He wants to do a thing to bring balance. Maybe it has to do with Mortis. Maybe that has to do with him.
Or so he could be the sun, I guess. I know it doesn't matter. So he could just be the sun, and he just wants the dark side to reign all the time.
Doesn't sound like that, though.
Because she asks him, she's like, do you miss the Jedi? And he's like, I miss the idea of it.
Do you miss it? The Order.
I miss the idea of it. But not the truth. The weakness.
I don't know really what... It doesn't change anything. There's no point.
And that's also the place that Dave is stuck in, and he's probably screaming at the walls, but... Because, like, it could have mattered to like, bring the Mortis gods back. But if you bring it back for this Heir to the Empire movie, and it helps out somehow, then it's like... Well, why didn't it matter for Palpatine? Or if it's a way to explain the Palpatine thing, I mean, they didn't do anything. Rey was the one who defeated him, so it's like it literally cannot matter.
Yeah, no.
The Mortis gods, like it cannot matter in the overall Star Wars story. Which really nothing can. Which is probably why Dave is, he probably. I want to hear the audio recordings of behind closed doors.
I don't know, I'm just tired.
I'm just tired again, yeah.
There's just speculation, but there's like, what speculation is there? Ahsoka and Sabine are stuck on planet.
Yeah, and now I was like, nah, but there could be a movie before. Maybe there won't be another season, we'll just wait for the movie, but now that you said Sabine is there because she's going to fight with them, it's like, that's an episode. That's even 2 episodes if you're Dave Filoni in a Disney Plus writer's room.
Yeah, it's just...
Season 2 is probably them. It's going to be them getting back to the galaxy and politics stuff with Ezra, and it's going to all end in, Thrawn probably winning somehow again and, like, taking control or something, and in an Infinity War style, and then the Heir to the Empire movie is them having to take it back. I don't know. It's just not interesting anymore.
I cannot care about anything in this story because, first of all, there's no arcs for any character to have anymore.
No.
Ahsoka and Sabine are
They
cool.
barely had them.
They barely had them. The only thing was Ahsoka's, if you wrote it all on a chalkboard and, like, there's something
threw
there.
it at me, I fucking whatever. There's something there.
There's something there about...
I didn't see it on Rosario's face, I'll tell you that. I didn't get it from her. Maybe it's in the script, but it wasn't on the fucking screen.
She learned to remember that her master taught her more than fighting, and that her perception and guilt of Darth Vader, Anakin turned into Darth Vader, is not her fault. And she can finally let go of the guilt of not being there for Anakin. And she is not what he will become, because he is more than that, but in the good way, not the bad way. And that's why she's not miserable anymore, and that's why she's happy laughing for like one scene. Sabine learns to believe in herself.
Sabine learns to use the Force.
She learns to believe in herself. That's literally it.
Yeah.
And no one else has an arc, and then the show ends.
Yeah, no one else has an arc.
And now the 2 characters that are supposed to be interesting, their arcs are over, and the only interesting thing that's left is Balin has a thing he has to do. But once we get that revealed... There's nothing to be invested about. The only way is to set up. It's all a big setup. This show.
This is what we said on Mandalorian season 3. I am still convinced, and that this is all just literally some unnamed producer being like, "Hey, Dave, do you want to spend your time doing what you did to the prequels?" to the sequel trilogy, please, and make them make sense for the nerds. And so we'll make money, and you can do whatever you want, but it's just like, make them make sense. That's all this is. Because it's like, everyone's like, oh, they're going to rewrite 7, 8, and 9. But it's like, they're obviously not, because we got the Praetorian Guards. We got Hux's fucking dad. Operation Necromancer. Like, they're pushing towards Force clones. Like, they're pushing towards the sequel trilogy.
I don't even mean just that. It's just like they're all just setups for other properties to come out, for other movies, for other seasons, for other TV shows, for books and comics and garbage. You know, to make nerds happy. You know, big piss babies that poop their pants when, you know, they didn't get what they wanted. It's just for them to have something fun, so you can see a CGI, you know, everyone. You can see a CGI Luke, a CGI Leia, a CGI Han.
That's what they want! I don't get it!
That's what fans
want. Have you seen the Heir to the Empire posters, people? They're embarrassing!
And that's what the fans
Carson's
want.
on them!
And that's what people want, and that's what they're trying to give them, and it doesn't matter because the bad guys lose and the good guys win. You can argue all you want as a nerd and be like, well, you don't always need that. You know, you don't always need to be so serious, and you don't always need to have this, like, deep thinking thing. Why don't you just enjoy yourself? Why don't you just, like...
turn your brain off.
It's not even just turning your brain. It's just, like, why don't you just enjoy what you're watching? Why don't you just have fun? Why don't you just, like, you know, like, all this bullshit. It's like, dude, how am I having fun?
I'm not having fun.
There's nothing fun in this. Like, if you want to say have fun and just enjoy it, dude, the fights are boring, the setting is boring, the overarching implication of the plot is boring. Like, dude, you want me to have fun? Show me Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
That's fun. You can turn your brain off for that.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to care.
Absolutely.
You don't have to care about, you know, the characters' arcs, because there are no arcs. It's just Anakin.
Yeah.
The only character that has anything to do is Anakin.
And his arc is just turn bad.
Turn bad because love. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm stupid. You know, like, it's just like it's just him trying to save Padme, and that's it. Yeah. And in that he accidentally killed her, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter because I don't need to care about that necessarily because I have so much fun watching all this fun stuff happen, and I can, like, watch the end and just start screaming in my chair and just be like, yes, give it to me. What do I get out of this that I get to do? Nothing.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to want to rewatch from this?
No one's rewatching this.
Like,
You are lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You are completely delusional and accepting, like, nothing. You're
just lying to yourself. There's no way. Because I remember back in the day when I used to think about, you know, it's been a long time, need to rewatch Star Wars. Or I would say that with a friend, like, let's watch all of them. In every movie, even Attack of the Clones, barely. It's like, oh, if we do a rewatch, we'll get to see, like, oh, this moment again, this moment again, this moment again, this is going to be so fucking cool. And even when Mandalorian came out, like, the first season, it was like you could add that into the marathon because it has a lot of cool moments. But at this point, it's like, what are you going to get from rewatching Ahsoka? The Book of Boba Fett. Mandalorian Season 3, fucking Obi-Wan. Like, what do you... Like... That's not good if you have all of this shit, all of this trash that you're trying to get people to watch. It's all just filler with your favorite action figures talking to each other. And, like, the fact that people will, like, fucking defend it till the day they die is, like a mass delusional hysteria that I will never understand.
Like, I get it. Like, I get the thing you loved is, like, not happening anymore. it's kind of lame. It's kind of, half baked. It didn't sit in the oven too long. It's just kind of pushed out the door, and then they forget about it. But your favorite thing still exists in the media that was already created. It's not going anywhere. You can cry all you want that Vader's sacrifice was,
Somehow Palpatine returned.
pointless because the sequels exist. You can cry about that all you want. But at the end of the day, those movies still exist, and that emotional weight still hits. It's not gone, so it's like...
You just don't watch the sequels.
If you're that pissy about it, don't watch the sequels or ignore it.
They don't have to exist in your
like the good
headspace.
Like the good stuff is over, and it is complete. To continue it is bashing your action figures together and hoping somehow you recreate the magic of something that already exists. You want to just keep remaking the same thing over and 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 over again? What's the point? You're not going to create the same thing.
No.
Like, you can remake A New Hope down to a T, and it's not going to hit the same.
No.
Because it has its own charm, it has its own weight, it already exists. So give up. Stop trying to make something that doesn't need to exist. I want to see Luke and Han and Leia again. I want to see them keep going.
Yeah, you can see them again. Watch the original trilogy. They're there.
To continue,
they're waiting for you.
Like, in this weird delusional world where you get to make, your ideal sequels where they're all, hip and cool and they're just like at the height of their power. What is interesting about that?
And it's like, even though I like aspects of where they took some of the sequel stuff, and I think the overall idea of the Ben Solo, Luke, Snoke stuff is interesting, and maybe could have been like, I don't know, an epilogue movie or something if you want to do that. The best sequel trilogy of Star Wars is none, because the original vision, love them or hate them, is just those 6 movies.
Like, you can only do so much. And if you want to do more, you should keep it contained with very different stories, with different characters in different times. If you want to do weird your High Republics, your Old Republics, go ahead, because that's it's inconsequential, because you can do whatever you want with that. Or if you want to do stupid future stuff, go super far in the future, because then you don't have to touch that original timeline. Or if you want to do that something in there, you have stuff like Clone Wars, which is it's not perfect, but it's fun. It's interesting because that world is interesting. Or if you want to do something like an Andor, you can do that because it doesn't touch the main story, it touches characters.
Exactly.
It touches characters and other things that don't have to have a bearing on the overarching universe. Trying to mess with the overarching timeline is a joke and a mess, and it shouldn't be done because you'll just fall on your face.
Yeah.
You will just fall on your face. As a product, it's got one more set of movies in it to continue forward in this this chunk of time. You got 3 more, and that's it. Otherwise, do something crazy. Go far in the future. Don't do the Bible one.
No, I really don't care.
You are playing with way too much fire doing that.
I just don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
Just make your fun stuff and stop trying to you can be serious, but I don't know. Just stop playing with your favorite toys because it's over.
Make new toys.
Make new toys. Make new toys, and then finish playing with those toys and move on to your new toys.
Yes.
Move on to new toys.
New toys.
Because at this point, this toy has lost its accessories. It's lost its head. It lost its custom
like
like
the toys in Toy Story 1 in
Yes.
Scissor Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mangled.
It's just give it up.
You excited for Skeleton Crew?
No.